YouTube, welcome to Slim Win reaction videos. I'm Slim and I am today going to be looking at incredible Thailand facts you didn't know about. I was really lucky and I've been to Thailand twice, in total about 5 weeks, and I've done a week in Cambodia. I went in 2018 and 2020, and luckily, just by a bit of luck, I had the flight booked to come home in just before February, and when I got home I had about a week or two until England, where I'm from, went into lockdown like a lot of us around the world. It's been a struggle and that, but something I always knew was I wanted to go back to Thailand, to Asia, to travel more, to see more, and yeah, whilst I've had time in lockdown to ponder, what better way than to start looking at some facts. So, incredible Thailand facts you didn't know about. Got my Chang t-shirt on. So let's jump straight back into it.
Known as the land of 1,000 smiles, Thailand is one of the most inviting countries in Southeast Asia. With its rich local culture and captivating sights, the Kingdom of Thailand tops many people's bucket lists as a dream destination. Whether you're in it to explore the rural, city and coastal landscapes, or you want to try authentic Thai cuisine, you'd never run out of things to discover in Thailand.
Nice.
Here are 30 Thailand facts that'll take you to the heart of the Indo-Chinese Peninsula.
Sorry about my squeaky
Don't
chair.
forget to like and subscribe for more neat facts to discover the world one click at a time. Number 1. Thailand is the 50th largest country in the world. With 76 provinces, Thailand covers a land area of over 500,000 square kilometers, alongside waters of 2,230 square kilometers. This makes Thailand the 50th largest nation by land area. Number 2. Thailand shares boundaries with 4 countries. At the center of the Indo-Chinese
Dangerous game now. This is going to show my intelligence. So I'm going to guess Cambodia, Burma, China, and this is the one that I'm going to make a fool of myself. And people are screaming it. I'm gonna go Malaysia. Oh God. We're about to find out anyway. Put my cup of tea back on.
Peninsula, Thailand shares borders with Myanmar, Laos, Cambodia and Malaysia. Number 3.
So it wasn't
Thailand
China.
is divided into 3 main regions.
Laos.
The land of 1,000 smiles has 3 distinct regions that each showcase a different aspect of Thai culture. Number 4. Northern Thailand thrives on agriculture. Separated from the rest of Thailand by a large mountain range, Northern Thailand showcases a mostly rural landscape. Also known as Isan, this region mainly has Lao-speaking citizens with lifestyles based on agriculture. Number 5. Southern Thailand.
I'm not going to pause it all the time, but just I know they do a lot of sugarcane farms and that. Something I'll definitely try and look at on YouTube to do some videos on sugarcane farms, because I think it would be really interesting to learn a bit more about the agricultural side. So yeah. Come on.
And relies more on fishing. A primarily coastal area, many of the country's perfect resorts and beaches can be found in southern Thailand. This region's tropical climate makes it an excellent home to numerous fishing communities. Number 6.
Iconic, aren't they?
Central Thailand has the biggest population. Aside from housing the capital of Bangkok, this region also serves as the center of economy, politics, and culture, alongside rice-producing fertile plains. This metropolitan region's population has the greatest density and most prominent Thai ethnicity. Number 7.
That's cool.
Bangkok's Chatuchak Weekend Market is one of the biggest marketplaces in Asia. If you ever plan on going to Thailand, you can't miss Chatuchak. This marketplace probably has anything you can think of, which makes it great for buying souvenirs. foodies can also try a bunch of local treats here, such as the well-loved coconut ice cream. Number 8. Bangkok holds the world record for the longest name for a place. Bangkok's full name spans a total of 21 words. Why it was eventually called Bangkok is still unconfirmed, but some theories suggest the Thai word for island village or being named after a certain...
Is it going to be rude if I attempt it? Krung Frep Manakan Amon Ratakun Sin? No, I think I'll stop there. It's amazing.
...plant. Number 9. Bangkok is the world's most visited city. With 22.78 million international visitors, Bangkok has been named the most visited city in the world 4 years in a row, beating Paris, London, Dubai, and Singapore. Number 10. Most Thai breakfast foods are rice-based. Breakfasts in Thailand primarily feature jok, a dish similar to Chinese congee. The Thai would boil rice until it dissolves, forming a thick porridge. This dish is then served hot with an egg, minced pork, and thin slices of cilantro and ginger to top it off. Number 11. Thai dishes heavily feature rice. From breakfast to dessert, Thai cuisine easily proves why rice is a Thai staple. In fact, the Thai phrase for "I'm hungry" literally translates to "I want to eat rice." Number 12. Thailand ranks second in the world's biggest rice exporters. Rice makes up a hefty amount of Thailand's exports, especially the trademark variety of jasmine rice. Aside from leading in exports, the average Thai consumes around 100 kilograms of rice each year. Number 13. You can eat scorpion at Khao San Road. Khao San Road offers many exotic street food options, which makes it the perfect place for backpackers seeking unique yet budget-friendly grub. Number 14.
Just Khao San Road is something I can talk about because I've been there twice and stayed in a hotel on the same road, and it's incredible. Like the chap said, for backpackers it's incredible, for that hostel environment, and then where you meet new people, and it's the perfect place to, when you've met new people at the hostel, to go down that road, have a few drinks, try some of the street food. It's incredible. And yeah, you really get a vibe for Thailand if that's the first place you jump into. A vibe of the backpackers, of the travelling side. Of course, there's so much more to see once you get outside of Bangkok, but it's a brilliant vibe, brilliant place to start with, I always think. But yeah. Squeaky chair. Oh.
Thailand has Muay Thai as its national sport. While Europe has soccer and the US has football, Muay Thai holds the title as Thailand's beloved sport. However, Muay Thai matches also have a more sacred regard in the country. Number 15. Thailand used to be known as Siam. Coming from the Sanskrit word Siam, the Portuguese first named the country Siam in the 16th century. It was not until 1938 when dictator Luang Prabangsa, a vigorous nationalist and modernizer, declared Thailand as the country's new name. Number 16. Thai beer almost costs as much as water. Thai beer has a high level of alcohol content, which makes it efficient in killing germs. Surprisingly, the cost of local Thai beer is almost equivalent to the price of bottled water. Number 17. Red Bull was inspired by a Thai energy drink. In 1976, Chalio Yovidhia launched Krating Deng, a Thai energy drink. It then inspired Austrian Dietrich Mateschitz to formulate a similar recipe to satiate the Western taste buds, in the form of Red Bull.
I didn't know that.
Number 18.
It's cool.
Around 95% of the country's population practices Buddhism. Thailand is also known as the land of Buddhism. While total results vary on a yearly basis, Thailand closely follows Cambodia and China with the biggest population of Buddhists. Number 19. Thailand is home to nearly 35,000 temples nationwide. Throughout the country, you can find tens of thousands of Buddhist temples or wat.
So cool.
Visits to these sacred places require guests to wear modern attire, which means no shorts and sleeveless tops. Number 20. A three-wheeled open-air vehicle called tuk-tuk serves as the country's traditional mode of transportation. Especially prominent in Bangkok, this vehicle got its name from the noise made by its two-cycle engines. Number 21. The Y is the traditional Thai greeting. People greet each other in Thailand through the Y, where each person puts their hands together, lifting them up to their faces while lowering their heads into a dainty bow. The hand-raising part symbolizes the status of the other person, which suggests that a higher lift means a more polite gesture. When greeting the elderly, you should raise your hands up to your nose bridge, while greeting your peers would only require your hands at chest level. Number 22. The traditional Thai...
I just thought there was I didn't know for older generation you raise it to your nose. I just thought it was... But, you know, I think they appreciate the gesture of you trying anyway, to greet them instead of a handshake or hello. It shows you're trying anyway because you're in their country and their culture. Internet's being slow
Thai
today.
greeting has female and male variations. Thai greetings generally start with the word sawadi. Females would follow it with ka, while males would use kap. Number 23. Thailand frowns upon tattoos below the waist. If you want to get a traditional Thai tattoo, the general rule of thumb is that the farther it goes from the head, the more taboo it is. Any designs depicting Buddha is also a big no-no. Number 24.
No Buddha tattoos.
In
I
Thailand,
don't like it.
it's respectful to leave leftovers. Contrary to what you might be used to, leaving a small bite on your plate is a sign of courtesy in Thailand. This means that you found the food delicious and states that you are satisfied. Meanwhile, leaving your plate clean would mean that you are not yet satisfied.
Okay.
Number 25.
Just the reason I was laughing at that is I felt so rude because I always have such a strong appetite that I need food, but when I have big plates and that, I joke that I have a small tummy, you know, and I eat so fast anyway. It can be embarrassing when you look up. It's like, oh my god, I've almost finished my plate, and the guests, or if I'm at someone's house, is halfway through. So I always got to try and pace myself. And one of the jokes went out there. My mate, he would always be watching my plate because when I couldn't eat no more, straight onto his and finish. But now, I don't have to feel so embarrassed. It could be like, no, you got to leave a little bit, you know, to show you good manners. So that's cool. When I thought that was an embarrassing moment, that it showed that the food is so nice over there. But I always struggle with eating a full portion and that. I'm always eating on the go. So yeah, bit of a bonus for me there. Not so embarrassed by that. It was polite.
Thai dishes only serve bite-sized pieces of meat. Since the country is primarily Buddhist, it usually prohibits the cooking and serving of animals in a whole state. As a result, most meat in traditional Thai dishes comes sliced or prepared in pieces. Number 26. When entering a Thai household, you should never step on the threshold. The Thais strongly believe that a spirit lives in their home's entrance. This means that stepping on it would disrespect their beliefs and upset some spirits. Number 27. Thai buildings often have spirit or fee houses outside. The Thai use these structures to present gifts and offerings to spirits, so they won't bother those within the vicinity. Number 28. Traditional Thai households also look down on sitting with your legs stretched out. Since most Thai homes would have guests sitting on the floor, it's advised that women tuck their legs to their sides, while men sit with crossed legs. Sitting haphazardly would make you come off as rude. Number 29.
Squeaky chair,
The Thai
sorry.
law has some strange provisions. Going commando in Thailand could get you apprehended, as Thai law prohibits leaving the house without underwear. Similarly, it prohibits driving without a shirt on. Number 30. The infamous term Siamese twins originated from Thailand. In 1811, the earliest documented case of conjoined twins came with the birth of Chang and Eng Bunker, as they were born joined at the chest. While their birthplace served as the inspiration for the term, it has since been succeeded by the more favored term, conjoined twins. Like other places in the world, Thailand's complex culture proves that there's a lot more to it than the things you usually associate it with. Despite how similar or how different your culture may be, A little understanding could go a long way and help you appreciate how other people live. If you enjoyed our video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our...
There we go. That was really good, actually. I loved finding out about the Thai food, that you can leave a bit on your plate, so I don't have to feel rude about that. I already knew some of the temple rules, like not wearing your shoes in there, but made a fool of myself guessing the countries surrounding Thailand, so be it. But no, good way to start, I thought, and I hope you found it interesting too. Apologies about my squeaky chair and slow internet, but again, yeah, a lot of facts, and I'll be delving into a lot more about Thailand, because it's a very interesting place, and the culture there is brilliant, and the people are friendly, the food's great, the weather's paradise. Well, it is compared to England. No raincoats needed out there. The tuk-tuks, again, used a lot of tuk-tuks. Tuk-tuks are brilliant to get around over there. The only thing I'd say is try and avoid the tuk-tuks that will take you on a tour, because they will just take you to their friend at a place to take photos and that, and you don't need to do it. You can literally walk half the places, let alone you can get just a tuk-tuk to a single place and explore and find more places without getting caught up in that loophole. But no, all in all, brilliant way to start looking into Thailand again, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you got the time. There will be more videos coming up and more reactions, so yeah, you're more than welcome to join me. Okay.